Hey everyone, so it's just a quick video today about my day out the other day. So firstly, sorry my makeup looks a bit bad. I've just literally put makeup just on top, like touched up my makeup part on top, and it's just gone a bit but I can't be bothered to do anything with it. I just wanted to record this quick video while I have a bit of time. So I went out with my aunt and cousin to Chessington the other day. This is Chessington World of Adventures, the theme park. I didn't end up recording that much. Yeah, I didn't end up recording much due to the fact that I was just too busy. There was so much to do. And yeah, so there's a couple of photos, but no videos or anything. But yeah, we went, it was during term time. My cousin had the day off, so that was good because the longest we had to wait for a ride was like 5 minutes. You know, so that was really good. We're in on the ride and out within like a 10-minute period of time or something. So yeah, we had a lot of fun. When we got there, my cousin, she's 9, she didn't really want to go on any of the rides. She was a bit scared, and even though we knew that she would enjoy the rides, she was just too scared to go on them to start off with. So we're looking at rides like Dragon Fury and that kind of stuff, and no, she just didn't want to go on them. So the first ride we went on was a Toon Blaster ride. That was good, but she was a bit scared by that because it was, you know, it was dark. But her being scared made her get the highest score out of everyone on that part of the carriage. So that was, you know, that was quite funny. Obviously, that worked in her favour. So after that, we went on the safari ride, and it's just like a little, like, I don't even know what to say. It's a vehicle that drives around. You see the animals, that kind of stuff. It's really nice. And we went to the little zoo area after that, where there are things like meerkats. Although due to the weather and the fact that it was on off raining, and it had been raining quite heavily that morning, and it was kind of cold at this point, most of the animals were in the little den sleeping and hiding out from like the rain. After that, we were looking at this ride that my aunt and I knew that we really enjoyed, but my cousin didn't want to go on it. It's one of the roller coasters. She didn't want to go on it, so we went for this slightly smaller roller coaster. It's called the Scorpion. It used to be the Runaway Mine Train, and it's just a little roller coaster thing. It goes round, but then it comes back into the station and continues shooting through the station. It doesn't stop. So that was a lot of fun. She was really enjoying that, and it went round 4 times because there was no queue by the time we'd finished our second time going round. So they shot it around 4 times, and as it went through, I was like, oh, it'll be finishing now, as it went up to the second time, because I genuinely thought it would finish, but it carried on going. So I told my cousin, oh, I think the brakes have stopped working. She went, I wouldn't mind if they did. So she was really enjoying that. Then after that, one of the rides we'd looked at, that she didn't even want to measure to see if she was tall enough to go on, because she just didn't want to go on it, so she didn't see any point in measuring herself. She suddenly went, I want to measure to see if I'm tall enough, and she was just about tall enough, so we went on that ride, and she loved it. Once again, was really scared when we were waiting, like, to go on it, and then we got in it and she was still scared. Then when it was going up, she was even more scared, and then when it started going, she was loving it, completely loving it. Came off like, that's my all-time favourite ride ever, kind of thing. So that was nice. So after that, we just went and had a bit of a walk around, just to see what there was. We went in Hocus Pocus Hall, which is like a walkthrough thing with 3D glasses, and it's quite fun. She didn't particularly enjoy that too much, but it was fun. It wasn't as fun as the rides, because I love the rides, but I enjoyed it. And then so we just walked around. We walked around the animals. We went into the aquarium, and looked at all the sharks and the fish and stuff in the aquarium. We were in the aquarium for somewhere between half an hour to an hour-ish, and then when we came out into the shop at the end, Bear in mind, I'd had someone like messaging me saying that the weather is horrible and it's raining, and I'm just there like, well, we haven't had any rain since we've been here that we've noticed. And then as we were in the shop at the end, it was really heavy rain. So like, let's just look in the shop for a few minutes, and then within like 2 minutes of that, the rain had stopped. So that was handy. We missed the rain. So then we looked around some more of the animals. There were some monkeys, some penguins, which were really cute, and some otters and stuff. The rest of the animals had done the sensible thing and hid from the rain, but it hadn't come out by this point. Oh, but it was really cute. And there's this little spider monkey. I think it's a spider monkey. It's either a squirrel monkey. I cannot remember both, but both of those are my favourite monkeys. They were sort of in a little den, and there's a glass bit into the den, and we were just standing there looking at them. This my aunt and I, my cousin was on like the play area that was right there, and this monkey just came and leant right against the window in front of us and started licking the window, and I was like, that is so cute, but I didn't end up getting around to taking a photo of it, which was a shame. So yeah, after that there was a ride that my aunt and I used to absolutely love. I mean, my aunt loved it before I loved it, and it changed between when she used to ride it and then when I used to go on it, kind of thing. And it was called Professor Bert's Bubble Works, and it's a water ride, but it's not quite a water ride. It's just a ride through water. And so yeah, it's quite a fun ride. It's a gentle, relaxing ride. But there were whole things of getting rid of it. They were going to get rid of this ride, and everyone was like, no, it's such a good ride. Like, even people that love like the fast, wheezy roller coasters kind of enjoy it. You know, it's quite a nice ride. But they've changed it, so now it's a Gruffalo ride, so it's all to do with the Gruffalo. So we went on there, and that was good. But before we'd gone on this, it's right next to the vampire ride. My cousin was saying, no, I don't want to go on that ride, and at this point we hadn't seen anyone going round. She was scared that the track went upside down and everything, and that was mainly because it's a ride where there's like the rail is here and the cart like hangs down from the rail. So yeah, do you enjoy my demonstration just then? So yeah, it's good, and you do have a seat, it's just your legs that are swinging. But I think so after we got on that ride, we were like, you know what, let's just go on the queue of this ride. If you decide you don't want to go on it, we can just say, can we not go on it, and just leave straight away. But at least that way you've had a chance to see. And then as we were walking down the queue line to get to the front, one of the rides went over. She went, oh, you sit down. And she thought you were literally just hanging, but you do have a seat. It's just your feet that hang. So it's not like a enclosed cart like the ones she was used to. So we went on there, and once again, obviously she was scared. You know, that's reasonable. And we went on it, and she loved it. She got off saying, that is my other absolute favourite all-time ride ever. And I honestly enjoy that ride so much. Like, I remember that was I think that was probably my favourite ride, when it was between that and Dragon Fury when we went to Chessington when I was younger. Now I've just been on so many rides to be able to tell my favourite. But I think I'd probably have to say my favourites probably come from Alton Towers, maybe Thorpe Park. But I'm not entirely certain of my favourite rides. Then we went around for a bit more of a walk. We went on the swinging chairs. It's like a swinging chair ride, you know, the ones you get for little children. It's a chair, like a few chairs hung by chains, hung by chains spinning around. But this goes up really, really high. So she was excited for this, but my cousin wasn't at all nervous, which, as we all said, is because she knew it wasn't as much of a thrill-seeking, adventurous, amazing ride as the other one. The other one she was scared of, which she knew, but we went on it, and it sprays water chutes up. So we'd just watched as we got to into the queue line, the previous car had just gone, and she could see the chutes of water getting the people on the inside seats. So we were like, I'm going to sit on the outside seat, because there are sort of 2 rows of seats. So she sat on the outside seat, and as we went around, we'd been on the ride like 30 seconds, if that. I just looked at her, you know, just to see that she was definitely enjoying it, because I was on the inside seat, and trying to avoid any sprays of water, as this jet of water shoots up and smashes her right in the face, and just this look of shock as she's been hit in the face by the water for about 2 seconds before she starts laughing. It was the funniest thing, just watching her being shot in the face by this water. So that made me laugh, and that kept happening. She kept getting splashed by water. By the time it had finished, she was dripping with water, and bearing in mind she thought I was the one that was going to get wet, so she was laughing on this ride. All I had was, I felt a bit of water splashing on the bottom of my shoe, which was waterproof, so it was just my shoe that got wet. But as we finished that, there was not much of a queue, so she went, "Can we go around again?" So we just sat on the ride and went around again. That time she didn't really get splashed at all. None of us really got splashed. I don't know if that's just where we were on the ride kind of thing. None of us did. And then on the third time round, she got splashed a few times, and I think that it was either this. No, it was that third time. I don't know how I managed to get a bit of water spray in my face, like a bit of splash in my face. But bearing in mind the jet came from the left side, it was my right side that I got a bit of splash on my face, and I'm like, that is just weird. But nothing like that jet that she got in her face. That was just hilarious. We all thought so. So we got off and she was soaking, and she got wet quite a few times on that third time around. She got sprayed. So yeah, that was that was very funny. Sorry, my voice is deciding to go. It's been doing that a lot recently, and I don't know why. But yeah, so yeah, we enjoyed that. And we went on the bumper carts. I didn't do very good at the bumper carts because I'd, for some reason, decided it was a great idea to pick this bumper cart that was jam-packed right in the middle of 4 that no one was driving. So obviously I was stuck, and there was no reverse thing on these. So in the end, it was someone smacking me from the back that actually pushed me out these cars, and they did it deliberately just to push me out these cars. So I missed like the first 30-40 seconds of driving around. Of course, that's the kind of thing that I would do. We were trying to see if we could see where the monorail kind of thing is. There used to be a rail that went around the whole park and you could see everything in it, but we couldn't see it anywhere on the map. We hadn't come across it. We couldn't see it from where we were at all. So we don't know if I've got rid of that. So if anyone knows whether they've got rid of that or not, please just let me know, because I don't know how we managed to miss it. I mean, I haven't been in years, so I couldn't exactly remember where it was. But yeah, we couldn't see it anywhere. It was before the swing ride. We were in the queue for Dragon's Fury, which was a roller coaster. It's amazing. And that was the only queue time that didn't say 5 minutes. It said 15, and that was only because due to the weather they'd had to stop it. And then because of the weather there, where 4 people normally fit in a cart, it was going to be 2 people in the cart. So we were in this queue, and then I can't remember why, but they had to stop the ride for a bit. Might have been just still due to the weather, they had to stop the ride for a bit. And at this point we decided there's no point in waiting, we can always come back to it rather than just waiting, because we didn't know, like they didn't even know how long we'd be waiting for. But by the time we'd come back, the ride was shut, and no one else was going on it, kind of thing, and it stayed shut for the rest of the day. So it was sad, but oh well, we had a good day. I mean, because the majority of the rest of the rides, that by the time you got up to the front, like you enter all the path, and because they're used to it being busy, there's long pathways to walk through. I mean, I reached my 10,000 steps on my Fitbit. I reached well over that 10,000 steps on my Fitbit just walking up the queue lines. By the time we'd reached the front of the queue line, I think the most we had in front of us was 2 people. So yeah, it was really good, really, really fast. And then we're like, let's just, go on the vampire. She really wanted to go on the vampire. We were heading over that way anyway, I think. We were closer to that than her other favourite ride, so we went on the vampire. Loved it again. Unfortunately, we had to wait for like 20 minutes for it. We were about to get on it when the person on the cart in front of us had started screaming and panicking as they were going up. They had to stop the ride, get that person off, harness them on, walk them down the thing to get off. I mean, surely the walking down would have been 10 times scarier than actually going on the ride. And you were up there for like twice as long. Like she was walking down for like 5 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes or something. Oh, I don't know if it's a she, I'm just assuming. But the actual ride, I timed it because my cousin wanted to know how long it was. the actual ride from when you started going up to when you finished was 1 minute and 21 seconds. So, you know, she could have enjoyed getting down rather than having to walk down and hold it up for everyone. So we had to wait until she was down before they could let the other cart go. The cart in front of us that was still only just started leaving the station when the other one was stopped. They had to get everyone off that cart. My face had gone really pale. Had to get everyone off that cart and then send it around with no one on. Yeah, the people in front of us had to get on that cart that we would have been on, and then we were on the one behind that went round empty. But, you know, it was worth it. We really enjoyed it, and it was better the second time around, because when we went on it the first time around, it started raining like halfway through, so we were getting splattered in the face, and because we were moving quite fast, they were quite heavy. But yeah, we really enjoyed that. And then we were going to go over to the water ride last, you know, because we had a change of clothes in the car because it was raining, but we also, like, if we save the water ride till last, we can go to the car, we can get changed, and we're not spending the whole day being, like, soaking wet and miserable. So that's what we did, and it just, where the time was, like, the queue thing was shut and it said be back soon, so we waited a couple of minutes and no one turned up, so we're like, just, you know what, we may as well just go on one more ride because the park's about to shut, you know, we had like 10 minutes until the park shut, so like, which ride should we go on, and we decided to go on her other favourite ride, which was the rattlesnake one. So we went on that ride and loved it, really enjoyed it. It started raining as we got off the ride, so we stood under the shelter, and like 2 minutes later it stopped raining again, if that. Just, I mean, it was just at the point with park coats on. But yeah, so we loved it, we really enjoyed it. It was an amazing day, I highly recommend going there. It's a bit, you know, expensive, but it's highly worth it, especially if you go on a day where most people are still at school, because then there's like no queue. It's really quick, really easy, and a lot of fun. So I highly recommend going there. And the roller coasters are really good. It's more aimed for a younger audience, so sort of more like 10 and younger, but I mean, hey, I'm 20 and I really enjoyed it. And the highest queue height that we saw was 1.4 metres, so for anyone that's thinking of going there, the majority of them were like 1.3 and lower. I think I only saw 1.4 ride. There might have been another that was 1.4, but that wasn't open that day. So yeah, highly recommend it. It's a lot of fun, and yeah, it's an amazing day out. And if you don't like the rides, we have the zoo and the aquarium to look through as well. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed the day out, and I think there's a couple of photos that I will insert in now. Yeah, so just thank you for watching. I will see you in next week's video. Yeah, I'm looking forward to what is causing next week's video. That's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, I will see you then. So thank you all for watching, and have an amazing day.